Hey y'all, it's your girl Alex coming in with this beautiful full moon and manifestation time. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm doing a stream from inside my barn where my dry sauna is. This is one of the key things I use significantly to help with my pain management and inflammation. So it's one of the places I meditate a lot and um, I really just channel a lot in here. Um, yeah, it's just kind of like a really beautiful space. And tonight, because we are going to be going through a lot of the manifestation full moon, y'all, like there is so much amazing energy behind what's going on right now. And it's really exciting because this is that change with it's like that change for growth, like those growing pains, right? Like that's what we're going through right now. And it's super exciting because it's like everyone's gonna start waking up to like that ego death. And it's so beautiful because it's like it's people are waking up, people are gonna be just like jarring awake. And so this full moon is full of that beautiful manifestation energy. And I mean, literally, y'all, we're going to be going through, like, we're going to do some protection first. And then I want to do a meditation intent for just this awakening energy, right? Coming into the universe and humanity really making a shift. And expect this energy to go on for probably a couple more weeks too, because there's a lot of like really heavy astrological stuff going on. A bunch of, I forget which planets there, but there's a few of them that are all, what is it, Neptune, Uranus, and Mercury, I think. I can't remember, don't quote me. But they're all in a square right now. And plus, we're in the Pisces, which is like that inquisitive thought, that deep thought, mixed with like this beautiful grounding Virgo energy. So it's like there's a lot going on in the universe. And I've been feeling it super heavy. There's a lot of shifts. So I'd love to know if you guys are feeling it too, because while it can feel chaotic if we don't know how to manage it, once we know how to manage it and like really tap into that, it's so beautiful. So if you guys happen to have any smudging materials or crystals, so I have my rose quartz crystal. These were all stones that I was just led to bring with me. So we got like tiger's eye, black tourmaline, the selenite, amethyst. This is like a bunch of different chakras, but important is the clear quartz in the middle, how it's at a point. This is fluorite, which is at a point, raw smoky quartz, and hematite. Plus, all the things got our dragon's blood and black sage or mugwort and regular sage, all the things, right? So if you have your stuff, get it set up, get your candle lit, because I want to cleanse this space with our smudging if possible, but then also set into that beautiful grounding intent. And so while we're setting up, I want you to let me know some of your manifestations in the chat, things that you're looking forward to, because we're going to go through an amazing meditation, visualizing type. It's called neuro-linguistic programming. I do it a lot with you guys in case I forgot to give you like the official like understanding of what it was. But it's basically a fancy way of saying how to control energy to make what you want your manifestations to come to pass, right? How beautiful is that? We are all these alchemists. I've always been so just like intrigued with like Star Wars and just like the other beings and just how we can make things happen and have like these different, seemingly superhuman strengths. I mean, what was it last night? I was just my daughter's cat, I hadn't seen him in a day. At least I hadn't laid eyes on him. And I was just like, something feels off. Something doesn't feel right. And so I got into like a quick meditative state. And I was just like, all right, guys, where is my daughter's cat? Is he safe? And they showed me he actually got stuck underneath my house because the door got closed. And he was sitting in a corner like, help me out. So I went and got him. And sure enough, he was right there. And what's really cool, y'all, is like we all have these abilities. We all can tap into this stuff. So it's super amazing. We're not going to get into it tonight, but I definitely want to be like walking you guys through some more stuff. So it's coming. All right, got my my dragon's blood sage. A lot of the healing and protection, just wanting to bring that energy into this space we're sharing with each other. Um, I'm calling all angels and guides who are near and can help us come to bring to pass what it is we are trying to set tonight. Bring forth your angelic love, your skills, your knowledge, your divine understanding, so that we may be able to tap into our higher selves. Come forward now so that we are able to be protected and lifted up in the highest vibration to create the most outcome from this intention setting to create humanity, unity, peace, and love. And as humanity ascends higher together, anything that is not of love and light and for the highest vibrational good, be gone, for you are not welcome here. Let that burn. Oh. So I want you guys to all get into a calm sitting position. Feel into how your body wants to sit best, how your hands naturally fall into their position. Close your eyes. Feel where your sitting bones are connected to the earth, your feet, your back, anywhere that is directly connected to the earth. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel deeper into the ground and feel it pulling you into the ground, creating you as one as it stretches your body and your energy deep into the earth. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel deeper into this, pulling you into the ground, becoming one with your body and the ground as they intertwine. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. As you feel the pull down into the ground, you feel the other side, the higher side, the Christ consciousness pulling you up from your spine as it straightens your posture, pulls your chest out, and subconsciously puts your body into a state where your chest is open and your third eye is connected to your divine self. And feel that pull upward as your higher self pulls on your spirit, lifting you up, creating that direct connection to consciousness. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel that loving, energetic pull as it continues to pull you up. Feel into that loving, divine connection. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel deeper into that energetic connection, and then feel this divine light, crystalline energy going from the very tip and down and connecting straight into the ground, creating a loop of energy. As you feel being pulled up, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel into the connecting ground and release that energy. I want you to imagine this beautiful bright light sitting right in front of your body, circling with this beautiful magnetic power. As you observe this energy, I want you to imagine it getting bigger. With love, you are caressing it and molding it like a potter does his clay. Knead into it and continue to make it bigger and bigger until it's bigger than your body. Continue to love and pull on this energy until it's bigger than your house. Continue to pull on this energy until it covers your neighbors and down your street. I want you to continue to envision pulling this energy as it now covers your city and most of your state. Continue to knead this energy as this bubble and this bright white light pulls and is covering your part of the country. Keep pulling and kneading and loving this energy until it's covered half of your continent. And I want you to keep loving and kneading this energy until it's covered your hemisphere. Keep kneading and loving this beautiful divine energy until it covers your half of the world. Keep kneading and loving this beautiful white energy until it's covered the entire earth plane. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Step into this beautiful white bubble of protection and immerse yourself with the healing, calm energy. Feel this bubble that you're in. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. You can tell I'm in my barn. All my dogs are now howling. Welcome to my life. Such good doggies, though. They're doing what they're supposed to. Oh man, I'm buzzing. So I wanted to get us going with some protection because when you are tapping into, I hope you guys can still hear me. Getting loud. We've got the coyotes coming too. That's usually when they're howling. Go figure, the coyotes would be howling on a full night, getting my entire pack going. Welcome to my life. Anyone who's worked like in healthcare or like any kind of like service industry, y'all know, don't ever like want to have to work on a full moon. It can be awful. All the weird spiritual stuff happens, which is why I love doing these intents and these meditations because they are so powerful when we are doing them together as a collective whole, and it's so beautiful. Okay. Stretch if you need to because I get stiff sitting in one position for too long. Okay. So what I want to do is set our intention, and then I want to teach you guys this meditation just to help you really solidify your manifestations. So for this particular intention setting, it's going to be kind of like a meditation, guided meditation, basically. Yeah. I call it intention setting, but that's basically what it is. So I want you to get comfortable, stretch your legs if you need. Oh, you're getting old when you get stuck sitting for too long. Okay. Go ahead and get comfortable. Whatever position that resonates best with you. And that includes your mudras. If your guys' hands naturally fall into certain positions during certain meditations, that is, I forget what all of them are called, but there is the way they connect with their energy and how they intertwine between the full things. So if you guys are naturally wanting to have your hands sitting in a specific way, even if that means on your chest or your hands like this, things like that, those are all connections of energy to make them interwoven. So FYI, if you're doing that, that's a really good thing. And if you're not, try it and see if it resonates with you, because it helps increase like that power, because you're creating like a full circuit kind of thing. It goes back to like basic electronics, but that's essentially it. So get yourself comfortable with your mudra, your hand mudras, and whatever resonates with you. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. I want you to envision what true peace, prosperity, love would look like in your community. How would it feel to walk into your community and genuinely feel loved, accepted, and that you could achieve any dream that you wanted, that your children would want? Your best friends and your neighbors are all able to really just grow in their God-given strengths and their talents and not have to worry about if it makes enough money, but that they are able to just fulfill what they are divinely gifted to do without worrying. What would that look like? I want you to see this in your mind's eye. I see it like a movie most times, just a real play, things passing by. Just absorbing as I see, taking everything in, being an observer. What does this look like? How does this make you feel? If you're struggling to find happiness and positivity, I want you to think of an extremely happy memory. Something that every time you think of it, it just like brings you the biggest heartwarming smile and just amazing positive feeling. And I want you to sit in this feeling where you just are overwhelmed by the joy that it brings and just this embracing of this love and just this positive energy that you're getting from this event or this person. And just really love into this feeling and just feel every bit of your soul and your being in this positive, loving energy. And just let it immerse your soul and every part of your being. And just feel into that. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel into that loving energy. And now imagine that same video replay or however you viewed it, this positive healing unity in our neighborhoods and our communities. What would it look like to have clean, healthy, clean streets where people are genuinely working and fulfilling their soul's purpose? not worried about money, not having an ego that is in off this lack mindset and keeping up with the Joneses. There's none of that. People are fulfilled. People are pure intended. People just want the best and they want to live in their highest vibration by fulfilling their soul's purpose. Feel that loving energy into this vision of how that looks for your community, for your neighborhoods, for your state, for your country. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel into that loving energy as you just replay this video of everything having this positive outlook and pairing that positive loving energy from that amazing memory and just loving into this image of your community with this prosperity and this love and this unity where respect has been found again, mutually accepted, and just this deep love for one another on a very soul level. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel deeper into this loving energy. Love on it even more. Even if you're like, all right, I've loved enough, hug them even harder. It's okay. Just love into them even harder. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Sit with this feeling as you take 3 more deep breaths on your own. I want you to start regaining where your fingers are rubbing together, wiggling your toes, opening your eyes, stretching out your arms. Oh, goodness. I don't know about y'all, but I am like buzzing right now. Like everything is just like, ah, it feels so good. Oh, how are you guys doing tonight? Let me know in the chat. How are you guys checking in? How are you feeling with this full moon energy going on? I would love to hear. Oh, all right. Now I want to get ready to do our meditation or manifestation mindset, and then we're going to end for the night so we can all get to bed because it's like 2200 here, so it's super late. I gotta stretch. I don't know about y'all. Like, oh. Okay. So when we're looking at things that are blocking out our ability to manifest, it's always going to be fear-based. Fear is in my opinion, the strongest feeling we can pair anything with, which is why even simple things like when you've had trauma, where you are pairing this really awful incident with like colors, vehicles, persons, or people who look like a certain person. I mean, it can be a lot of things. And that's probably one of the hardest things I think people have to get over. Fear is so deep. And so that's why I want to get into that tonight specifically, and being able to address our fear and manifest on the other side of it with like this pure love, positive energy. So, oh gosh, I want you guys to get comfortable. You're gonna be getting like super like rowdy, so like have space. Because I want you guys to feel super pumped about this. I want you to really put this beautiful, positive, energetic feeling into this other side of it. And yeah, I can't sleep either. That's one of the things too. It's like I get tired, but like I'm awake. I don't know if you guys, that sounds familiar for you. If it is, you're not alone. Oh, my range doggies, all the coyotes are out. We've got like 2 dens of coyotes now. It's crazy. And I've got like 3 ranch dogs, so it's amazing. Yeah, they're all right. Oh man. All right, y'all beautiful souls. So I don't want you to dwell in the negative piece of this really for very long. I just want you to be able to identify it. So if you've already identified one of the things that is crippling you, one of the things, oh, I used to have a really awful block with money. Let's go there tonight. I used to have this really awful block because, I just really struggled with money when I first got on my own, really strict. And, I think everyone struggles when they first start, and, but just, I was so scared of, losing or not having enough. And then I got kids and everything. And I had this fear that I was going to lose it all somehow. I was going to fuck everything up and I'm going to lose it all. So that was a really like intense fear I had to get over. And the way I started doing that was doing this every morning when I got up to like start my day and like help rewire. And I do some of this intention setting before I go to bed to solidify into my subconscious before I go to sleep. So if you guys aren't doing that, check out my content on my channel on YouTube, Heroes Ranch, and you can find my quick drops for deep thoughts. I go over a lot of that stuff for like how to like deep into that. So if you're struggling, go there. It's really quick and easy. So if you have questions, my stuff is in the description, y'all. Like my email and everything. It's I think like halfway down. It says like contact us or reach us. And so go reach out to me if you have questions, right? So we've identified our scary friend that is not our friend, but it's pretending to be our friend, right? Sorry about the weird random red light. I'm in my dry sauna if you missed that, if you missed the beginning. So it's like, but this is my space. So I'm like all sweaty and gross. So, I'm like all shimmery, but that's all right. And so now we're going to go back to a super positive memory. I want you to think of a memory that had you just like, like your belly aching laugh, you're exuding significant energy, right? That's the type of memory I want you to pick and really like hold on to it, kind of like what we just did. But I'm going to walk you obviously through this. But when you're feeling that, imagine yourself like absorbing the energy from it, because we're going to use that here in a minute as we manifest on the other side of this fear. All right. And so as you're doing this, I want you guys to start imagining in your mind's eye. So ideally closing your eyes, closing your eyes and really like envisioning what life is like, what it feels like on the other side of this fear. So we're going to go with my money fear, right? I was terrified. And that's why I always joke I keep like money in my diary, because it's, or not my diary, but my journal, my gratitude journal. And I literally, it's like, it makes me laugh because I'm like, dollar bills, y'all. It's like $100 bills and stuff. And it makes me laugh every time. And it brings joy and humor and a positive physical energy that's being exuded towards something that I used to fear. That was another thing too. So if you're dealing with money issue manifestation, that's another thing to create in some way. That's just what makes me laugh. Find out what makes you laugh and like pair the two, all right? All right, so get into a comfortable position. If you need to stretch out your back, do so now. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. I want you to think of that energetic, positive memory. Feel into that positive energy where it excites you and you could just like run a mile and you're super excited and you just have this beautiful, energetic feeling. And now I want you to envision what life is like on the other side of this fear. You never lack for anything. You have no concerns of money issues. Money comes to you as a positive, energetic exchange for what you are putting out into the universe with your soul's highest purpose. Feel into that energy. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel into that super energetic energy and what it feels like and looks like to be on the other side of this fear. And then I want you to scream, yes, and clap your hands. Yes, clap your hands. Yes, 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 yes. I want you to cheer that positive energy and feel into your deepest of your souls and scream, yes, 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 and enjoy and enrage yourself in this beautiful, immense, positive feeling where you're just completely immersed in this positive, energetic feeling, being on the other side of this fear where you just live in this prosperity. You don't even think about the negativity anymore. You have nothing but this positive spiritual growth mindset where you are just living in your highest vibrational feeling. I want you to feel into that positive, energetic feeling. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel into this exciting energy. Feel your body igniting with just this buzzing energy to be in this beautiful place on the other side of these fears where that fear is never creeping up again. It is so far in your past. It's never going to show its face. You are just living in this highest vibrational frequency and you're just buzzing on all ends. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Ooh. Come back to your ground, your fingers and your toes and all the things to like bring it back. Oh, oh my gosh, I am like buzzing. How do you guys feel? Oh, I'm all sweaty and gross right now, but that's okay. Oh, I love you guys so much. Sorry, I have my eyes closed, but you guys are just filling up this beautiful super chat. I love you guys so much for this. Oh, love and light to you guys. Got Greg back and Karen. So good to see you guys. I'm super excited that you guys got to join us. And Blanche, I love it. Yes, money block every time. It's such a frequent thing that people deal with. And, it's one of the things that it's like when you start to sit back and assess your fears and you're like, oh man, what are my subconscious thoughts that come from this? What am I subconsciously engaging? Greetings from Norway. I love it, Kim. Thank you. I love this. I hope this is helping you guys. Everywhere is going through their own stuff. All the countries, there's a lot of stuff going on the ground, and there is some serious something coming spiritually. I don't know what. I'm not a truther. I'm not on the inside. I'm just not. But energy, absolutely. In the spiritual realm, absolutely. And there's something kicking up, and maybe this full moon energy added into it, but like people are about to wake up. I want to challenge every one of you guys. I'm being challenged by this too. I've been praying and I'm pretty sure I know how to write this person about the things they have said and how to have this conversation and like that loving, like kind of like, that big sister, big brother kind of a way where it's, you have to have this tough talk with people to like lovingly, it's done lovingly, but really have this tough talk with people about what's going on. And this one person in my life is like super duper asleep. I mean, literally was just like, well, we're probably never coming back to class. Like, that's just, everything's got to change now. I'm like, oh gosh. And it breaks my heart really. Because it's just, you think about the level of fear, the amount of psychological warfare. And I really want to challenge all of you to have that conversation. Have this, be bold about it and with love. That's probably the hardest part, approaching things with love. And that's why I wanted to do that protection. Y'all, we can do these protection bubbles. So if you're struggling, right, you're under a lot of psychic attack and everything, you can literally do, and you can start training yourself to like be basically like snap your fingers and boom, your protection is up when you like dealing with it with meditation and stuff. But go back to that initial meditation, and instead of going to, you want to have your house, or if you need to start with just your body, then do just your body. But you ideally want to protect your house as well once you get comfortable going that big. And once you have it, you can literally step inside this ball. And I mean, and you can like, you'll feel resistance. You put your arms up around it, and you'll feel actual, like I even feel it right now. Mine's right here. There you go. It's like that's where I feel it, but it's like I can feel mine's super thick. But to each his own. We're not. There's no comparison on it, but you can do that, and then you start conditioning yourself in that meditative state. Snap your fingers, and it's like a bell, right? I have a meditation bell. It's in my room. That ding, right, and how it reverberates, the noise does through the oh my gosh, I am totally blanking bell, how it reverberates in the metal. Thank you. I'm totally blanking right now. But how it reverberates, and like, so that echo coming off of it, it is a trigger in the brain, right? Same thing, snapping, any kind of sudden noise that is able to be replicated really easily. And you're literally just conditioning yourself. So if you're dealing with a lot of spiritual attack, I'm dealing with tons of psychic warfare too. And I actually just learned this particular technique recently. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And I started doing it. I've started incorporating it. And I have had so much less psychic attack. It's been such a big helper for me personally. So if you guys are undergoing that, like mine has been nonstop, like crazy psycho, cheesy, what is it, thriller, murder movies, whatever. Like that's like the cheese, like the Scream, right? That's the kind of like cheesy shit like that would happen. It was like, this is really comical if this wasn't really concerning, but this was the thought that just came through my head. Like this would truly be comical if it wasn't a little bit frightening. But yeah, it's just like all of those different things and just that chaotic energy, no matter how much you smudge and if you've opened portals in your house, which if you've been watching any of my stuff lately, I recently did that and I didn't realize I did it, and it made a lot of sense why there was really chaotic energy in my house that I couldn't get rid of. So if you're smudging or you're doing a lot of meditations and stuff, I encourage you to announce to any portals that might have been opened. I command them to be closed, just to cover your bases, especially as we go into like deeper stuff and work. Because I mean, like I have crystal circles and for protection all over my room and stuff, and that was one of the things my guides were like, "You're creating a lot of energy. Like it's pretty easy to open up a portal. Problem is if you leave it open, because like it literally, I knew I opened it, like I felt it and I saw it, but it wasn't registering to me what it was per se. It was just like, because I didn't see really a color as much as I saw like it was just like a warble. I don't know how to. It, you could tell something was moving, but there was no like, like this is going to red light. This is a distinct color of movement, right? It wasn't like that. It was just like a clear. I don't know how to describe it. It sounds really weird. It's not the problem of opening it during meditations or whatever you're doing. It's the matter of it staying open because then it's a new like portals essentially they can allow negative entities can find themselves to it. And so that's what happened to me is I had negative, I left it open unknowing I even brought it out and it just started going negative. And then what my guide showed me is it was sitting there just like this like dark cesspool and it was under my bed too. So it was like it was like in the middle of my bed, like halfway down between like the top of the mattress and the floor. It was like weird as shit, but it totally happened. So if it's happening to you, you're not alone. And if you're struggling with this, um, yeah, if you're struggling with this, ask your angels. I'm on my phone, so I can't post your guys' comments, but yeah, you guys ask them. Ask your angels. You guys, they can't help us unless we consent to it. They can't step into our lives. Like we have to ask for everything. We've got to ask for the consent for that, or we've got to consent to, and speak and receive them. Otherwise, they can't help us. Ask them. We all have guides. We all have angels. We all have people and beings and entities. You might have deceased relatives whose souls are still helping you. Like we were doing a lunch chat and that was someone had mentioned the grandchild's father had passed and that he's seeing him. And I was like, I gotta download that. I was like, he committed to coming to be that child's guide, that spirit guide, not necessarily here on the earth plane. And so like, yeah, that happens. And it's just, if you've had people who've passed on, you guys can communicate with them. Like, this is how you do it. This is how you tap in. And they're going to help you. They'll help protect you. I ask angels all, like, even just doing my lives, I sit in meditation and prayer and I have a mental preparation for it because this isn't me that's doing a lot of this. This is them. They're the ones guiding me. They're the ones telling me what to do, what topics I need to talk about, what I need to study on, what I need to, research. They're the ones doing it, just like they can do it for you. I'm not special, y'all. Like I always say that I'm not special. I'm just Alex. Yes, I'm a badass warrior starseed who was sent here to help humanity ascend, but I'm still just Alex. I don't have anything special, whatever. You can do exactly what I can do. And that's the beautiful thing that, sorry, I was just reading this. I love that, Blanche. I love this. I received a sign that the warfare I had been in was broken. I'm out. I'm on the victory side of the warfare. That is so beautiful. Yay. I'm so excited. And it's just like, when the spirits in the universe roars, y'all, it roars. It is so intense. And it's just like, oh, I literally have this canvas print of it's gold and silver and black, and it's this lion's head roaring. And it's just so powerful. It just resonated with me so deep. And that's what's going on. Ah, oh, my dad came through my son's son. I was floored. Yeah, that happens where people will reincarnate within the same family lines and stuff. That's super actually common. Well, not super common, but it's common enough that it's been documented quite a bit. It's especially when we start tapping in, it's amazing. Or how we reincarnate with, like my best friend and I, her and I have reincarnated together. Like our souls are definitely connected in some way from some other past lives. And so we can just, that is a thing. I love it roaring in Louisiana. I'm right there with you. in Texas and north of Austin. So if you guys are ever coming through, I got one of my viewers. They're not going to make it all the way down here, which that's okay. I totally get it. But yeah, if you guys are rolling through, come out. Like, let's get together and stuff. Let's go out and to the pasture with the horses and stuff and go do some yoga or meditate. Heck yes, absolutely. Always want to love that, especially if we are going to be in town for towards the end of March, or anyone in the Georgetown, Texas area. If you guys know anybody, we're going to have our puppy yoga out here and stuff. And yeah, we might be cut from the same cloth. Karen, you're absolutely right. And it is. I like have this love relationship for Austin, but it does make me sad because it's been changing a lot. And it's really noticeable too, even in my little town just north of it. It's interesting, but that was one thing too, because I was divinely guided everywhere I came in Texas. And uh, I asked them, I was like, well, if all of the people who are like I guess would be like the sleepy people, those types of people, like they've pretty much flooded Austin. Why did you send me here? And it was basically it told me, it was like, you're fixing to be in the depths of this fight. Like you've got the tact and the tools, and like you're just the type of person, like you've got a mission to do. Like get on it. I was just like, oh, okay. So you guys might be in that same position too, wherever you're at. And if you are finding yourself, I love this, Greg. I like using angels for protection as well, Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael. Absolutely. Call on them by name, and if you're channeling them, because I channel them a lot of the times, just ask who's here and it'll just come right through. This is whoever, and they'll answer you if you ask. And if you're struggling, I actually started connecting with them with tarot cards, and I actually used to be really scared of them because I thought they were really dark. And then I had been presented with, what if they're just neutral? What if they're just a neutral source of communication? Whereas like Ouija boards, like, oh, I don't even like the word. It's No, not this. But tarot cards being just like a neutral source of communication where you can really start tapping in, because that was where I started tapping in, because the angels, I knew I was channeling them, but like I was still trying to figure out how to have like more on-demand channeling, kind of a thing. And then also understanding what they wanted, like, and not only wanted for me, but like who I was talking to, where this was coming from, like, just trying to understand it. And the cards were kind of my entryway into that. Now they just tell me, and it's a lot more fluid. And my cards, though, are a lot more like energizing. But you want to use them like just in your own deck. You want to have like your specific one. And make sure, I actually didn't know this. One of my friends pointed it out, that what is it, the death and the devil cards, some decks actually take them out. You want to have them in because they don't always mean absolutely, like it's not like you're going to get murdered viciously, like that's not how it works. They mean a lot of different things, and so look for ones about that. And yeah, channeling, it can be scary. Like that was one of the things I struggled with too, where it was just um, being able to tap. And that was one thing my guides told me. I think it was like the fourth time I channeled my little gray being. I forget what the term is. But it literally told me, it was like, you're not ready to see me. I was like, I'm searching for you, astro projecting into the universe, actively seeking you, and you're going to tell me I'm not ready? And I remember they told me, they're like, all the things you see out of your periphery, how you think you see something when you look back and it's not there, that is when we're shifting in and out of the different dimensions, basically. So like fourth, fifth, 60th, going on up. And as these flickers, because it's our periphery, that's going to show us a lot of things. Like if you're starting to read auras and stuff, using your peripheral vision to be able to just be like, oh yeah, you can start seeing like a haze. It'll just kind of like lightly fuzz, and then like the more you kind of just relax your sight, it comes. So you're seeing these things in your periphery, right, in that relaxed kind of visional state. And they told me that when I am no longer spooked, like, what was that kind of a thing, right? And it was just like, oh, that's whatever, that I will show you. And so I really had to work on my instinct to like, what was that? Kind of a thing, to just like really like every time I wanted to have that reaction, conditioning myself to stop, take a deep breath, and then assess the situation. Because when we can shift our brain to disconnect for just even a few seconds, it gives us an ability to actively be able to present a healthier option, which is to assess calmly, not react emotionally, right? And so that was something. And then I had started getting better about it, and was just like, the only way I can think of describing it was like a cloud wall. And I knew this guide was positive because it just, my body felt love. My body felt peace. Like I felt good. And it just, I don't know how else to describe it. You'll feel it like this. It's a feeling. It's not just like, oh, I think this being is great. No, no, no. You can't be on, your brain needs to not be like even on, like processing information. It needs to be relaxed and open. And so that was kind of like the hardest thing for me when I first started tapping in and like actually opening my mind. And I was like seeing, I started coming into like this new dimension things that I'm like looking at like this proverbial window, like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this is too much. And I would like snap back out of it because it would just freak me out. And so keep trying. If you're scared of channeling, just take a deep breath, know that you're safe, right? And if you have like a kind of a freak out moment, give yourself some grace. It's totally okay. Just take a deep breath and just do it. Even if you're scared, just do it. It's okay. Unless something like, actively makes you feel like there's imminent danger, there's imminent something. Because a startle reaction is just a reaction. It's not like a, oh my God, I'm going to get eaten by something. Oh my God. It's not that like, and so when you can condition that response out, oh, that's just whatever, you're able to help start creating a more smoother. My barn kitty, one of my barn kitties actually got my kennel with my girls that were pregnant, and their predatory drive is high when they're pregnant. And so unfortunately, I lost my barn kitty, one of them, and I don't even know how he got into the kennel, first of all, so that was just weird, but I digress. I kept seeing his tail around me and like wanting my attention. And this was like a week after he passed, and just like loving him and like giving his soul just like that abundance of love. And then he just went on. It was the coolest thing. Um, yeah, it's just, you're not alone. And that's why I love these meditations in this time. And you guys, I love your super chat. Thank you so much. You guys are such amazing people. Karen, Blanche, Greg, all of you guys. I love it because you guys, you're not alone. We're not alone in this. It's not abnormal either. It's actually exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And remember that fear conditioning saying, oh no, this is weird. You shouldn't do that. Don't go within yourself. How dare you, think or feel or tap within, God forbid, right? Because that's where the enemy knows we're going to understand just how free we need to be and how we're not free. And then we understand how to get free because we're going to get the downloads and the information. And so just remember that this is a fear tactic to get people to not explore this beautiful beings that we are. We are all uniquely and divinely created to do things, whatever our life goal is, right? And every lesson, whether it's positive or negative experiences, take them and use them to grow yourself and grow your being, right? And just use this beautiful energy. And it's just because it'll help define you. And when we start shifting our mindset and really being able to just let go of that fear and just sit with it and acknowledge it, that it's there, and love on it. Oh man, if you guys don't know about Ho'oponopono, that just loving alchemy energy that you can shift, it's amazing. Yeah. I did do that, and I want to make sure, yeah, that's a really good point too, Greg. The prayer invocations before doing supernatural things for protection. Absolutely call in your angels, call in for the protection, call in smudging, right? That is one of the things I love about the dragon's blood sage. There's just that healing, that protection energy. Absolutely make sure you guys are doing that and protecting your space and your, whether it's crystals, or I've got like this is agate, so all the different ones, of course my turtle, because gotta have my turtles. And but that's just like the different things to help ground your bodies, to protect your space, getting into that, those protection bubbles, doing these different things to help create protection, because remember, where your light is shining brighter, you're going to be more prone to attacks. And so I don't say this to scare you, I say this to prepare you so that you can understand not only is what you're going through when you have like this really weird, like intrusive and dark thought, like grab the knife and stab him in the chest and run around the house screaming. What the fuck? Like, I think that's all I have to say to that. Like, but these are very real thoughts that like come to mind, and it's just, and it's even better because you're in a neutral state. Every time I get that, I'm in a neutral state. I'm not angry. I'm not like feeling anything that might present some logic to that wild thought. Like, what? What? Like, where did that even come from? But that's part of psychic attacks. Those are part of that psychic warfare. And it's just, these are all these different things that it's like, if you're dealing with this stuff, yeah, make sure you're smudging, make sure you're cleansing. The candle I have is sage and eucalyptus, so it smells amazing in here. Plus, of course, the sage and everything else. But go, like, honestly, y'all, this that I had no, this is nothing as far as like, it just went with, this is what resonated with me. These are the different things. You've got the hemite, the smoky, or the, yeah, smoky quartz, the fluorite, this, which is all the different chakras with the quartz in the middle, the amethyst, the selenite, the tourmaline, the tiger's eye. This is just what resonated with me. This isn't like, oh, I have all this fantastic wisdom and this is what it means. No, go with what resonates with you, because that's what's most important, and that's what's going to bring you the highest, your ability to tap into your highest being, right? It's okay if it doesn't make sense to you. Just go with what feels right, right? I love you guys so much. I want to know if you guys have any more questions. We're all late. We might as well get to some of this, because I really want to help you guys reach this full manifestation energy. Like, this time is super perfect for really conquering these blockages and just really setting forth these intentions. Yeah, absolutely. Use your tools in each and every day, and it'll continue to emerge. One of the keys of emerging is to definitely letting go of your ego. Amen. Oh, amen, 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 amen. Ego death is so imperative. Y'all, if you guys, and and my ego every once in a while will try to creep its head up like, I'm like, sit down. You don't get to sit here. You're not allowed here. And that's what that holds accountability for ourselves, right? Being able and willing to hold ourselves and our egos accountable should they try to rear their ugly heads, right? Yeah, those different types of attacks, they're wild, man. They are wild. So I always laugh. I'm just like, it's like a cheesy, scary movie, kind of like, just like really off the wall, crazy shit. I don't know how else to say it. Oh man. I hope this video helps you guys. I hope, that this is able to help you on your journey. So if you're not retaining the downloads, there is a process called automatic writing. I totally forgot my journal, but as I sit here and talk about this, you can do it though. Like, I have voice recorders, or you can type, because like for me, it's hard to write really fast, because like I mean, my nerves are tingling right now. And so it's like I lost a lot of fine motor. So I'm like super slow when it comes to handwriting. So I was able to start channeling via typing. So I can type pretty fast for the most part. And so that's helped me with retention on it. But yeah, you can definitely do a journaling with it. And that's, I mean, if you're not doing some sort of gratitude journal every day, make sure you guys are doing that, because when we live in the state of gratitude, everything. We had a snow eclipse like for the previous 2 weeks. My brain is getting back online from this craziness. You know, they're just being good doggos and keeping those coyotes at bay. Everyone's out howling. Um, but oh yeah, I'm grateful that I have my son. I'm grateful that I can be here again and like get my pain relief, because that whole week was awful. So I mean, like little things that maybe you take advantage of. The fact that you have food and a bed, that was something I was so just like, man, I am really living in gratitude for the fact that I have these things. When I was sleeping on a yoga mat, totally looking like I was squatting in my insulated kennel with like my little thing and the puppies. And it was just, oh man, I was never more grateful for my bed and a hot bath in my sauna than last week for quite a while. Definitely reminds you of, the little things, right? Yeah, it's just when we are able to identify, and I know it helps too with being able to see that other people are going through a lot of the same things, because I know for me, that was one of the biggest struggles. I was so scared people were going to think I was crazy, even though I was getting validated. My visions were always coming true. As far as I know, they've always come to pass. And even if I didn't understand them, and that's what would freak me out, I would have no comprehension with what I was saying or what I was seeing. But then when I would speak it and gain that confidence to say, this is what I'm saying, it always made sense. And the person would always light up. I know exactly what you're saying. Thank you for the confirmation. I'm like, woo, yeah. I don't know what I did. I was just a vessel. Fantastic though that this worked, you know? Yes, they're amazing dogs. They're my Aussies. They are fantastic therapy dogs. I use them for work, plus good doggos. And then I've got my Akbash. She's got a super deep bark that the coyotes fear. So, plus then like a whole pack of Huskies, and they're always howling. Oh gosh. Well, welcome, Manuel. I believe that's how you say. If you didn't start at the beginning, go to the very beginning, because we did a lot of really great cleansing prayers and stuff in the beginning, setting that intention for protection of ourselves, and setting the intent for humanity, and of course overcoming some blocks. So if you guys are new here, go check out some of my content. Make sure you like and subscribe. I always am posting stuff about my ranch and my puppies and just all the things here, because while I was led to have this ministry really connect with people online, I also have it in person here in the Austin, Texas area. So if you guys are local, hit me up, because we've got lots of classes coming up, including online too. So especially really connecting with the whole family, y'all. Like that has been, I didn't fully understand all the pieces, but that was definitely what all my guys were showing me, learning and teaching people how to connect with not only within our souls and heal, but then bringing our kids along, teaching them about manifestation and tapping in, and that the crazy spirits and stuff that they see, they're not crazy, they're real, and what to do about it, and just making these things into normalcy and really validating that, right? We are living in an extreme time. So many things are going on. And, I mean, like, and our whole earth has been under like attack from all these dark entities. And this is all finally being like eradicated. And there's so much going on. And then, of course, it's like, how do we maintain once it's going, eradicated? And that's a lot of downloads. Archangel Michael's been up with butt this week with like downloads and just unity, and we have to do this. And I'm like, all right, man, I get it. Let's do it. I'm excited. I don't know how we're going to do this, but let's go, and it's, the things too, like my guys have shown me they've shown me some really wild shit of like what I'm supposed to do, just like what you're supposed to do, right? And if you see if they're telling you these really big things that you're supposed to come do, don't worry about how you're going to get there. Just know that it's going to happen. Even if it's like, oh my gosh, that's like so different in a positive way than where I am now. How, like, don't worry about the how. just know that it's going to be there, and keep that vision in your mind's eye, what they show you you're supposed to be. Even if you're just like, what do I do? It's cool. God's got you. Don't sweat out the details. He'll guide you when you're supposed to. Your guides, your angels, all of them. We've got an army of them. Call on them. Ask them to be in your life. Accept them into your life, because they want to be in our life. They are here. They are chomping at the bit to help us. But we have to ask for it, right? Oh, I love you guys so much. Yes, I'm so excited that you guys got to catch it. Like, I feel so humbled. That was one of the things too, starting this whole like social media and stuff. I still get like super anxious about going live and public speaking. And it was just like, no, like, this is your ministry. Like, you need to connect with people in a way that's never been done, like, that's not being done in the way that I was called to do. And so connect with people, guys. Connect with your communities. Getting in, teaching the kids about spirit. And they want to put you in a straitjacket in the 60s and 70s and even into the 2000s. That's one of the big things. I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be breaking barriers within the mental health realm, really breaking these things down. And like, I've had some words with a couple of my instructors in the past of just like, well, I understand that's what Western medicine says, but I'm living this, and I'm telling you, there's very real science behind this level, these modalities of healing, and just really the pushing the boundaries of that. And I want you guys to do the same, however you're led to do it, because they'll tell you exactly what you're supposed to do. And thank you. I love you guys so much. Yes, I will absolutely have to. It's cold outside and I'm all sweaty because my sauna just kicked off and I'm like super sweaty. I don't know if you guys can tell. But I love the heat, and it's super important, which is something else too. I'm trying to bring to people helping with their inflammation and stuff. So we've got a lot of really cool stuff. My guides have told me what we're supposed to do here. So yeah. Oh, I would love to talk with you, Margie. Let's see if I can add a comment. If you guys also, that reminds me too. So because I know I was supposed to, I'm supposed to be open to yoga instructors, Reiki, all of those people who have like the healing, that's their job, right? Massage therapists, acupuncturists, everything, all of those people to be open to it, because this summer we're supposed to start fundraising for a building. I have no idea how the heck it's going to happen, but they do, and they told me. And so I was like, okay, let's do it. I'm down. Like, you'll send the people. I'm going to just do my job and put it out there into the universe. So if you guys are into that, and that's something, email me, let's get on the phone. Let's talk. All I need to hear is your voice, and I can start decoding a person. Like, that's super easy. And I can pretty much read a person, and I think a lot of empaths and people who do that, it's like we start exchanging energy. I think that's a lot of people who've been dealing with that and like kind of like into that, like really hard, and like teaching it and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm being called to be a voice, but really trying to focus on healing or opening my throat chakra. I am not Reiki certified yet. It's something I do want to do. But I've honestly just, like, for me personally, just that draw, like, I can touch a person, and it's just like about basically the way I think of it and the way I've done it. And this may not be right as far as like Reiki principles and stuff, but I know that this personally has fulfilled for what I've tried to do, and just really like taking then that intense manifestation of what it is I'm trying to put into that person or that being. And when I'm able to touch them, I'm literally able to feel like massages and stuff, being able to feel exactly where that person needs to be touched and how they need to be touched. And because this is what I do with my puppies, this is what I did with my baby, and he's like super into it. So that's something I'm trying to push to where I've been doing video recordings and stuff with my puppies and like the techniques, because this is something I absolutely know for a fact we can do with humans. And it's literally, you're igniting their energy, and it's because they're in such a pure state when you're doing this, right? Like right when they're born. Obviously, like I still will do it with my older two who are 9 and 10 now, but just really being able to connect with that energy and just, and it's like that alchemy, right? It's changing their energy and igniting it and igniting all of their cells, and it's touch and it's rhythmic movement. It's all of it. And that's honestly a lot of what's in my program, because y'all, like, I'm proving it for a fact. We can actually start doing this where we're actually able to, like, we're protection level, right? Conditioning, right? It's the same thing with us and igniting our senses and our bodies and everything else, right? That's a really real thing. And I've been doing it for years with my dogs. That's how I make such great service and therapy dogs. Like, these dogs are amazing. You can do anything to them. And I don't say that to like toot my own horn. I say that because my guides told me what to do and I did it and it's working. Like, this is real. We can do this, y'all. Like, I'm not special. You can do it too. And it's amazing, right? I have not watched Cobra Kai. Yeah, empaths, absolutely. Yeah. Um, and do it with your babies. Meditate with your like fur babies. One of my viewers was meditating with their snake, which I totally loved. Absolutely. And that was something too, a download we during that particular episode when they mentioned it. We also can help our animals' spirits ascend higher too, because it has to do with like the reincarnation of the soul and staying in the sphere and everything else. And please email me because, oh, you're a Reiki level too. That's amazing. Great. Email me too. I'd love to talk with you. Um, See, this is what I mean. Put it out into the universe and like just starting to make the connections with people and just really starting to talk. The universe puts people together for a reason. Like, y'all, like manifestation, all of this, it's very real. It's very doable. Go back to the very beginning. I know we're going along because I just want to like connect with you guys and just love on you guys and really just have this beautiful time, because this is exactly what, when I was shown to go online, this is what I was shown to do. Reach people, talk with people, love on people, pray with people, be with people, because this connection, that is the one thing about this pandemic, is it has shoved us into a new way of being that has ultimately connected us and awoken us as a collective whole that much more intensely, and I think faster, personally, compared to like timelines I've shown, like been shown that were like things that could have happened, like how things could have gone. And, same thing with the timeline that I was shown. If you watch my video, it's like white hats win, right? We've got to do the work, and that's still the same timeline. I still see the Chinese people coming free. I think, forget what video it was. I had talked about that vision where it was like, I literally was like in like a downtown type busy city setting. There was this chain link fence and like rubble and stuff on the ground. And I just see these people coming out from the dark, and they were just like all like cast shadowed and stuff, and just like a t-shirt and like pants, kind of like hospital like gowns type, or not gowns, scrubs, kind of like that type of fit and design. And literally I like watched them as they got closer to the gate. They started changing and just like kind of like looking more normal and like stepping in. As soon as they crossed that barrier, they were like, boom. It was just like they all radiated this light, and all I could see was just freedom. And this is of Chinese people. And this was what, I think in November, where it was just like, in my lifetime, very near lifetime, like time frame, these people are genuinely going to be walking free. And I was like, whoa, what is going on? Uh, yeah, there are people who can definitely scan with the Reiki and stuff too, and being able to like figure out where you have like energetic kinks and stuff that are usually associated with pain, and like how well that works too, and like healing it through their body to where they can add it, because it's like the meridians and everything else. I might be screwing up the language. Sorry if I am. Totally, obviously not Reiki certified, but it's, yeah, and the healing stones and the magnetic energy therapy. Like, I want to learn all of that. Rife therapy, I was recently introduced to, or that, and I want to try to get into that. And that's exactly what I saw with the building. It's this beautiful 2-story building. It's all set, but there's like these rooms upstairs, all, basically looking out in like a circular fashion almost. And it's everything from like Reiki to massage to acupuncture to the counseling, that's something too for like the heavy trauma, the real deep soul work using the horses and stuff. And then what else? Oh yeah, like a big open classroom looking out into the pasture and stuff. Yeah, so that was what they told me we're supposed to be doing. And just pulling in people like literally holistic healing, bringing back the natural medicine into, in a place that people can genuinely heal. That's why I know I was guided to this particular property. And the timelines, they are just, there's different, time, that's going to be a really long topic. We'll have to definitely do one about time later on because we're definitely going over a lot of time. But I wanted to get with you guys and just love on you guys. And yeah, time is not what we learned in school, y'all. That is the most easiest way I can say it right now. Time is not what we learned in school, in case you guys are just not sure how like the time works and the travel and the timelines and everything. It was a really hard topic for me to get through. Like it took me a minute to fully like digest. Um, but just like quantum physics and just like starting to understand like how that works and like energy and everything else. It was a lot to digest. But yeah, the med beds, absolutely. I am excited for the med beds because I have a lot of spinal injuries that I've been trying to heal and stuff. That's why I crack all the time. Yeah, with all my injury. But there's a lot of people out there the same way. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna hop off. I love you guys so much. Thank you for such a beautiful super chat. You guys are just amazing. I love you. Like, I think of you guys just as this big spiritual family, and I'm super humbled and grateful that you hopped on and spent this evening tonight with us. And just, I pray that this stuff helps you guys and you can really set these intentions and really put these manifestations into reality for you. Because, like, when we all start ascending, we literally just we feed off each other, that positivity and that love. It just feeds and it grows, and then it's like, remember, what you put into the universe comes back to you, and it just continues that beautiful energetic cycle. So step out into your own, step out into the things. If something's been calling you or whispering in your ear telling you to do something, start journaling what it is, start putting it into action, start thinking about how to make this manifestation work. Because if it's being told to you and downloaded to you, it's for a reason. It's like that resistance. You got this tug of war, right? If you're walking your dog down the leash and they're like, no, and you're having to like pull them, you're exerting all this extra energy. But if they're just walking along nice to you, you're just walking and everything's good, right? It's an easy day. Be that easy day with it. Start putting it into reality so you can start connecting and putting everything together, right? And don't be so resistant because your spirit is stronger, more of a strong-willed being than you and your ego are. Just a side note in case you didn't know. It absolutely is. It's going to win. Now, do you want to have that tug of war or do you want to have that easy walk? And that's what it comes down to is, yeah, it's going to be scary and that's totally okay. Take a deep breath, count to 5, and just do it, right? Just do it. And it's okay if you're scared. I'm terrified every time I get on live. And as soon as I finally do, I get into my flow and off we go. So I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great night. And until next